There's somebody in here? Hey, J-Dub. How you been doing? I've been seeing that little grandbaby of yours. Um, I don't know if you're interested in talking politics or not, but I've been doing politics on another channel. A friend of mine, Euro and Travel. Um, Politics been doing pretty good. My buddy, he been doing me pretty good. Yeah, I've been doing okay. Uh, okay would be about it. Uh, but yeah, I've been doing the politics thing. It's keeping my mind off of a lot of stuff. My wife's supposed to start chemo here in the next week or so. But yeah, I've been doing the politics thing, and it's been doing me pretty good. My buddy Graham been doing me. Well, then I can understand. Breast. But yeah, this I've been doing the politics thing. It's been keeping my mind off of a lot of stuff. I've been infiltrating no kings and stuff like that, and it's been doing me pretty good. Uh, Granted, I'm not. My politics align more with Republican than Democrat, but I reserve the right to change my mind at any time. I'm not registered to either one. Just with Republicans, I get 4 out of the 5 things I want, and Democrat, I don't get anything I want. There's certain things that I can't sign up for that Democrats support. One of them being uh, abortion. Don't get me wrong. If it saves a mother's life and it's early on, so be it. But at some point, we have to be adults. Um, but yeah, so I've been on. If you want to ever check it out, it's Euro and Travel. Yeah, and I don't support the whole gender benders wanting to read storybooks to kids, stuff like that. I don't support. Everybody wants to think that it's limiting their First Amendment when you take certain books out of libraries. I don't see why children like the age of 10 and below need to be concerned. Hello, Alicio. Need to be concerned with all this gender bender stuff. I don't believe in gender affirming care for kids. A lot of this stuff. If you ever want to check it out, it's on Euro and Travel. But what I've been doing today, this is more or less a test. I was making sure I could still stream because I'm trying to stream with a new drone I got, and I I can't really. If there's somebody out there that knows the problem, I'd have a hard time somebody giving me the solution through text. But but yeah, but the guy, getting back to the guy I've been doing the live streams with, his channel is Euro, EURO, and Travel. He's a younger guy. He travels the world. Against parents having sex change of the baby, they should allow that child be 18 to make their own decision. I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Uh, but this buddy of mine, he's about 28-year old. He travels the world, and but he lives in Florida. He's supposed to be coming up into the month, and he's supposed to go to a No Kings protest with me. I've got a lot of issues with the No Kings idiots. For one, when they base their ideology off of that parade that Trump had last year. Well, Biden approved that parade. It wasn't under Trump administration. You have to apply for a parade, a license for the parade. And Biden actually approved that. It was approved 6 months before Trump took office. And so it had nothing to do with Trump. Yet everybody wants to blame Trump for a parade they threw. Well, whatever. But yeah, we talk a lot of politics. Sometimes it gets heated. Never heard of it? Oh, I'm surprised you've never heard of it, J Dub. Let me tell you what. Another thing I have issues with is if you go on nokings.org and you look around, scrounge around at all the options and stuff, eventually you'll see career opportunities. Why does a protesting platform have career opportunities? Hello, wild popcorn horses. Because there shouldn't be career opportunities involved in protesting. You know, that should be something people's out doing because they're convicted to do so. I also don't support flag burning. That's been a hot topic on that other channel. I do not support flag burning. There's some things off limits. You know, if you want to express yourself, you know, that flag is all of ours. Take it with you to your protest. I will have so much more respect for your protest if you take the flag with you than to take it and burn it. But Tom Scruggs, hello, Tom. Oh, would you like to come on a panel with us, J Dub? Because I can make that happen. I'm not on StreamYard, but are you on Discord? Because you should really get you a Discord channel. Or not a Discord channel, but you should really get Discord and join our Discord. Because what we do there is Graham brings a lot of us on panel and we debate, and he streams it from, I don't know if it's OBS. Is that what you said you use? Let's see here. StreamYard. Use StreamYards. I think he uses OBS. And but you don't have to have OBS. You just have to have Discord, and he gives you a link, and you click on the link. Yeah, they cause chaos. Yeah, you should download. If you want to come on panel, I'd love to have you as my guest. You know, regardless of whether we agree or disagree on politics, I won't let nobody badmouth you on my channel or on his channel even. But it does get heated at times. But I'm convicted in my ways. You know, we are pro-Israel. But Graham's a pretty good guy. He's a younger guy. Like I said, he's from Florida. He's supposed to be coming back at the end of the month. And this is more. I have a few protests I have streamed on private. Yeah, I know it's a scary thing, J Dub. It really is. Let me tell you, I had a hard time doing it as well. And I'm fixing to make the jump myself because, well, for one, I'm outspoken. Two, they trend politics trends so well right now. John always told me, you know, whether people like you or don't like you, whether they hit the like or dislike, because they don't have the dislike button no more, or do they? I don't think they do. I think it's just a like button. It's all measured in activity. And most of the people that shows up to our shows, J-Dub, are haters. And it kills me because they pay our bills. You should really come check it out. We've had on our live stream, and it was just a few weeks ago, we had over 350,000 people watch the stream on a Friday night, and made well over $1,000 in super chats. So I would highly recommend. Because you show your daughter, I would recommend starting a second channel and keeping your daughter, or not your daughter, your granddaughter out of it altogether. Look at the politics of the Nancy Guthrie case. The sheriff is even scared to speak because I'm being a political figure. Yeah, everybody should be able to speak out about that. I've not been keeping up with the Nancy Guthrie case. My mom has. Um, but with that, it seemed I got a feeling that that might be a robbery gone wrong, even. Um, like she wasn't supposed to be there, but who knows? Who knows? I hate it because that woman, that woman's mother is probably not around no more, and I really hate that. Um, have you been following, say, like the I can't remember his first name, but Preddy, what's been going on up in Wisconsin, and what's been going on with the Renee Good, where she parked her car in the middle of the road and she ended up being unalived because she didn't comply with police. It kills me because I blame Democrats for any further deaths because everybody's trying to condone that behavior. And my advice to anybody that is at these protests is always comply with law enforcement. Let's see, not a robbery. A perp snatched her after Savannah did a homecoming show for ransom. I don't think she's alive either. And yes, I'm following that too. You know what? That'd be something good to come on talk about because we've not been following it too well. He would plug your channel. I know that as well. I know that also. He would plug your channel without me saying anything, but I'd also urge him to plug your channel. Um, but I would start a new channel actually. You don't want to come on talking about this stuff with your other channel because I've had death threats. Uh, I'm not too much worried about me. I tell them whenever I get a death threat, I go eat at Bojangles, Sevierville, Tennessee every Saturday morning, and I'll buy them a biscuit. You know, they can take that for what it is, but I'll buy them a biscuit. Um, I consider it empty threats. But yeah, we've been getting death threats. Uh, we had one guy. Hey, God bless America. God bless America's watched our show. Um, yes, sir. Sausage gravy biscuits. That's right. You know, they can come. If somebody showed up and just had an opinion, that's one thing. But I'll be honest with you, I'm ready to protect myself as well, because especially after what happened to old Charlie Kirk. Um, we're not nowhere near as big as Charlie Kirk, but when that happened with Charlie Kirk, I was doing this then. Um, it caused us to double down. Nobody's going to silence me. Not going to have it. Um, but next week we are going, because the Node Kings that I've been infiltrating. I got assaulted, by the way. I got assaulted at a Node Kings protest, and a woman grabbed my arm and tried to make me drop my cell phone. And the moment I started advertising, hey, look, I'm being assaulted, she let go. There was one guy that even made a YouTube video. There's been a lot of YouTube videos, but one guy was making YouTube videos that was, I'm surprised the FBI ain't knocking on his door. And we let him know that we was turning all that information over, and he completely erased his channel. I'm more into true crime. I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was until they announced his press. Yeah, you know what? I was watching a lot of Charlie Kirk. He's a lot of what inspired me to start talking the politics. And yeah, I feel like we were robbed, because that was one of the things. A lot of people wants to meet a movie star or something, you know, or a famous music artist. Me, I wanted to meet Charlie Kirk so bad. And a few months before that happened, he was actually at University of Tennessee, and I missed it. But I really wanted to meet Charlie Kirk. I don't know about Erica Helen Epstein partnership. Gosh, I wish you'd join that Discord as well, God bless America, because I'd have you on to talk about it. I'm going to have to research that. Erica Helen Epstein partnership. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Just in a small sentence or two? Like, she ain't Obama's lawyer, is she? That one that was Colin Epstein uncle? Read my question. What's your opinion on what those two men did to the Whitaker? Oh, whoa! I don't know nothing about that, J-Dub. What happened to the Whitakers? Because that's actually not far from where I originally was born and raised until I was 10 years old. And so I'm kind of partial to the Whitakers. You know, that family with special needs, what happened to them people wasn't their fault. And someone, what happened to them? Eric and Carol Patrick Rourke. Look them up. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Erica. Eric Carol. Patrick Rourke. Oh, Ellen. Okay. They made Whitaker sign contracts, stole their money, and now the three have been removed from their homes. I think there was, yeah, that's horrible. I did hear a little something about that, but I think there's another man that's been sort of taking care of the Whitakers, and I think he's found them a new home. I think Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray have been removed from the home. I'm hoping there's this other fellow that stepped in and he's fixed them up with new home. But that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I thought something worse happened to him when you mentioned that. So, their award of the state, and you're referring to Mark. Because they had a lot of property. To my knowledge, they had a lot of property. I hate that. Yeah, and it was beautiful property. That I think that Mark guy did a little walk around on the property because he was trying to help, square up the property lines because they really didn't know what they had and didn't have. It was beautiful property. I hate that. There's a special place in hell for people that take advantage of anybody, let alone people in that kind of situation. Yeah. That'd be something cool to come on and talk about. It sounds like you know a little bit more about it than, well, you definitely know more about it than us. But yeah, the politics has been actually doing me pretty good. Been keeping my mind off things, and I'm fighting for what I believe in. By all means, do I think everything Trump does is great or right? No, I don't. I can say more, but I'll be quiet on that subject for now. Yeah, JW, you need to find Euro and travel. Okay, I'll probably be going live tonight. I can say more, but I'll be quiet on that. Okay. You need to find Euro and travel, subscribe, watch the live streams, especially at least until I come on. I'll be on either tonight or I'll be on sometime in the morning. I'm usually on in the morning on Saturdays, but it's going to be tough. He's traveling at the moment. I can't divulge where, but usually we religiously have a live stream in the morning. And since they're in the state, you're in. What's your opinion on Summer Wells case? Wow. I don't know none of this. You need to educate me on this. I'm found looking that up. Now I'm in Tennessee, so I'm Don Wells finally speaks. New evidence in summer. Oh my gosh, I have heard something about this. Don Wells has stayed mostly quiet, dodging the on live wolves howling for answers. Let's see. I don't know what to think about that. I really don't. I really don't. Yeah, Hawkins County's not far from me at all. It's a little north. It's in Tennessee. It's probably Hawkins County's probably closer to Kentucky than to me, but Hawkins County's an hour away tops. You think the parents are involved? Is this a case where the parents didn't have custody and maybe they abducted her, or is this a case where the parents did something really heinous? Are you familiar with Sebastian Rogers' case? Not far from. No. No, I'm not. Sebastian Roberts. Yeah. See, YouTube's got a habit of hiding things. Just like you hit the nail on the head right there. And I'm wondering if maybe where I'm next to it, they hide it from me. And you all are outside of my area. So I'm just wondering, because there are people around here that stuff like that don't sit well with people like with that stuff like that with people around here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shadow band. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I looked up Sebastian Roberts and an actor came up. But yeah, I firmly believe that YouTube manipulates the feeds. They control what it is we see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this stuff up. But yeah, you need to join our Discord. It's politics. It's you've got like the MAGA versus liberal room, the debate room, the main chats, and then we got voice channels. But if you was to start you a new channel, uh, you could probably build that channel pretty easy. I'm like I said, I came on helping Graham build his channel, and when I started with Graham, which is Euro and Travel, we started with 1,500 subs. He's bumping 35,000 subs right now, so he's gained almost 30 plus thousand subs in 1 year. That's a pretty good jump. And now he's learned how to do shorts, and his shorts are getting 100 plus thousand. And he's just started doing the shorts. And I'm talking these are there's a way he's doing them that they're being pushed. So there's always a purple-haired YouTube mod in live stream, not in ours. Oh, YouTube mod. I can say they've not really shadow banned Graham. There's some people we debate with that it doesn't make sense because they'll have a whole bunch of subs, You know, they might have like 250,000 subs, but then they don't have 50 people in their live stream or 100 people in their live stream. We end up having 35,000 subs, and we end up with over, gosh, on a slow night, 50,000 views. But on a normal night, 100 plus thousand views. And on a great night, our best night's been 350,000 views. So, but we've been covering like a lot of this Iran stuff. We've been covering all these local politics, all the fraud that's in Minnesota. We've been covering a lot of this stuff in Dearborn. Oh, okay. To both of you, opinions on Bill and Hillary Clinton in court right now. Okay, I like Trump a lot. I really do. I don't agree with everything he does. One of the things that baffles me is why would he support Bill Clinton? Okay, that kind of worries me just a little bit. I don't believe Trump is a PDF file. Okay, I don't believe that one bit. And we can all say that if we was in his position that we would release the files. Well, honestly, none of us in that position truly knows what we would do, okay? Because it's been said if they just up and release those files, that it will completely collapse our economy. If it was to literally, I don't believe you'd release them. These like unredacted. That's what I'm saying. None of us truly know what we would. Everything in that ring needs to be processed. I agree with you. But we don't know what's in them. We do. We spent, gosh, online, on live stream, we got 10, 12 hours of just going through those. And I do know that some of the most powerful families in the world are being protected. I don't think it's per se just because of Trump. There was Democrat judges that blocked a lot of the information to be released as well. And not to mention, Biden could have released Obama. He could have done something. Have not been so easy on Epstein to begin with. But the problem with the Epstein files is that it goes back so far. It goes all the way back to Clinton. It goes all the way back to Clinton. It goes all the way through the Bush administration, all the way through the Obama administration, through Trump's first term, through Biden's, and then released here. So, I don't know. It's a mess. Biden was too older. But I'm not going to put an age limit on anybody that runs. He wasn't cognitively sound to run. I'm a firm believer that there's 40-year-olds that's on the level of Biden when he was at that age when he ran. So it's more of a cognitive thing for me, not an age thing. My mom's 80 years old. She's sharp as a tack, and if we was to go hiking out in the woods right now, she'd leave me behind. Wayfair, that's the name of the furniture company. They were moving kit. Oh. JW, you need to join our Discord. You need to find it and join it. Because you've got information we don't have. Yeah, you definitely, I wish there's some way I could talk you into joining it. You need to download Discord. It's also, Discord is a good way even for you. You should start I've even got a small little Discord channel. I don't know how to share the link in here yet. I mean, I do, but I don't. But it's a good way to send a YouTube link to people that you want to live stream with. Because you don't have to, all you got to do is, it just makes it easy. That's all I know how to tell you. Is it just makes it easy. It generates a YouTube link, and you share the link, in the Discord, and they just click on that link and go. It gives you a place to send the YouTube link. That's what it does. Funny how Wayfair story got swept. Yeah, I ain't heard hardly nothing about the Wayfair story. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's shadow banned or been quieted. But yeah. But yeah, I plan on talking more politics on here. I'm going to drone and politic. A lot of the people in the drone community hates politics. I mean, I know that when I start speaking my mind, there are going to be a lot of people that used to talk to me that's just going to flat out stop talking to me. But if they can't handle my opinion and they can't handle facts and they're not going to be my friend because of it, then they wasn't my friend to begin with. So that's like, I'll tell you, someone messed up, J-Dub, and God blessed. Do y'all know who Nick Fuentes is? Because let me tell you what, Nick Fuentes is a cancer. I'm going to say he's racist. In my opinion, he's racist. He did identify as MAGA. He now identifies as conservative. But the stuff he says is going to shock you. And it scares me because he's very charismatic. Let's talk about the 800 kids found in that warehouse in Detroit. Also, 2 funeral homes full of... I don't know nothing about that, J-Dub. Gosh. Are they linked to anybody? Is all them kids linked to anybody? That blows my mind. I know about the few kids they found out in California working on the pot farms. They were part of them kids that were missing that Biden lost. I don't know if you've been using AI or not, but AI has kind of been a godsend. It allows me to look up a lot of stuff. You can put pictures into AI and it'll tell you the legitimacy of it. You can load those Epstein files into AI and it'll break it down into layman's terms for you or tell you if they're forged, fake, or like hearsay. Because there's too much stuff people's running with thinking that they've got them a bone and they don't. Or if it's an old story. There's a lot of Guthray's stories that they started running as that they were new stories and they weren't new stories. But yeah. Here, I'll show y'all some of my memes. Oh, shoot. Hold on here. I've been running green. Didn't the prince only do 1 day? And I don't know. I think, and that's the other thing. I think he'll do more than that, but don't get that confused with justice. Because growing up between Charles and Andrew, they were always competitive because the queen thought more of Andrew than Charles. She viewed Charles as weak. So now it takes nothing to convince Charles to do something about this. It's almost like a guilty pleasure for him. So everyone's like, oh, they're doing something about it and we're not. Yeah, the king is getting great joy out of doing this. I can promise you that. I'm looking for a meme here. I'm going to show you some. I've been making some on AI. I'm sure you know who the Ayatollah is from Iran. Here's the Ayatollah. Yeah, made him a worm. Hey, I did that with AI, by the way. I'm gonna show you another one here. I'll show you another one that I didn't make this next one, but did you hear about this guy here, J-Dub? You know who that is? God blessed America. I'm sure you know exactly who that is. Yep, follow the money. I agree with you. But J-Dub, did you hear about that North Carolina Marine that went in and disrupted Congress a few days ago and got his arm broke or hand broke? I think his arm. It was his arm that broke. But did you hear about that? Because at first I felt sorry for him. I was like, even though I didn't agree with his politics, here's one for y'all to sleep on. In the Bible Revelations, it says you'll hear the trumpets, but Trump and Pence named together. Trump Pence. Wow. That is weird. There's no Pence now, though, but Trump Pence. Trumpets. That is odd. That's very odd. Well, this guy here, J-Dub, he come back and interrupted Congress meeting in full Marine garb. Says, no one wants to fight Israel's war. No one wants to die in Israel. Dying on foreign soil is a disgrace. And as they are trying to remove him, there's two doors next to each other. And he sticks his arm around the door frame, and the other door from the other entrance closes on his arm, and they're tugging on him, and it breaks his arm. It almost made me throw up hearing it pop, because it's like, oh, that broke. It was like a twig snapping. But the thing is, and I felt bad for him. I'm like, damn, J-Dub, you need to join our Discord. You need to join our Discord, honey. I'm telling you. I agree with you 110%. It's like, that's the other thing with Fuentes. Fuentes thinks that we have a Jew problem and blames the Jews for everything. I'm sorry. The Jews ain't done anything to me. But you know what? Islamists are responsible for 87% of the world terror attacks. We don't have a Jew problem. We have an Islamist problem. And but this guy here, Brian McGinnis, he says, my wife is Palestinian, and that right there told me everything. My soldiers aren't going. I have to look after my soldiers. He got it backwards. Okay, his soldiers was his to look after before he got married, and yeah, his soldiers was his to look after, and he put his wife above his soldiers. And thing is, he got stationed in Israel. He was helping send aid over to the Palestinians, and he married her. So, for a lack of better words, J-Dub, he is stereotypically pussy whooped. When he shows videos of his home from his Instagram page, you will not find one American flag in his home. He sleeps underneath a Palestinian flag. His bed sheet is a Palestinian flag. That Kadif, that thing around his neck he was wearing, that's what terrorists wear. As far as I'm concerned, that man is a traitor to America. And it sickens me that he's just on the other side of the mountain range from me in North Carolina. But yeah, that's Brian McGinnis. You should really look him up. He's running for Senate too. He'll be like Mark Kelly. Only I got a little more respect for Mark Kelly. At least Mark Kelly didn't come back wearing the terrorist scarf, the Kadif. Um, so yeah, and that's been getting a lot of people triggered. A lot of people don't like hearing my opinion, but that's veterans agree with my opinion. Most veterans agree on everything I've just said. So, but yeah. But yeah, everyone needs to read the Bible. That I've been reading a lot more Bible here last year or so. And yeah, you need to download Discord. Download it tonight or whenever. And just come in here and talk with us. I just said a name, Tom McGinnis or Brian McGinnis. Brian McGinnis. Or Mark Kelly. Don't get you started on Mark Kelly. Yeah. Oh gosh, you need to join our Discord. Yeah, I won't get you started on Mark Kelly. You know, I think he's selfish. That's what I would say about Mark Kelly is he's selfish. Don't come after my Second Amendment rights. And he is extremely anti-2A. But yeah, I'll tell you something else about that crap he did a few months ago. People want to say, oh, he can't have his own opinion. It's infringement of his First Amendment. Let me tell you what. We have rights. But along with rights comes responsibilities. He's doing some cover-ups. I'll tell you a good cover-up. Mark Kelly, you remember Maduro from, not Maduro, Juan Orlando Hernandez from, oh gosh, I can't think of it. It's not Nicaragua, Honduras. He's from Honduras. I believe it's Honduras. When Orlando Hernandez was president of you know, Mark Kelly was the first person Savannah called instead of the police. No. Hey, you have a good weekend too, God blessed. No, I did not know that. But see, Juan Orlando Hernandez made Honduras a extraditionary country, and Mark Kelly, on behalf of the Biden or Obama regime, tried talking him out of it. Said that the U.S. is not going to be able to help him as much if he makes it a extraditionary country. He went ahead and made it an extraditionary country to get drug smugglers out of Honduras. He does that, and after our government trying to talk him out of it, our government uses the extraditionary laws he made to remove him from Honduras. Yeah, that's where the Juan Orlando Hernandez is the guy that Trump freed, and everybody made a big deal. Everyone's like, Trump released a drug smuggler, a drug trafficker. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I will argue tooth and nail on that. I argue with lawyers on there. And I know the thing is I knew more about what was going on than they did, but they want to say they get stuck with headlines. I don't read headlines. I dig and do a little research, and I'm a truck driver, so I do a lot of sitting, so I have time to look a lot of this stuff up. But anywho, I'm gonna have to hop off here, JW. It was really good hearing from you, and yeah. Get you a Discord. Join Discord. Look for our show. It'll be on later. I'll see if I can send a link to one of your. I'll see if I can send a link to the show, and you can you'll be able to find it a little easier. I'll put it in one of the messages to one of your channel. But yeah, I'd love to have you on as a guest. Um, we can do a panel. We can. Your opinion would shock them. Your opinion would shock a lot of people, which is good. Which is good. You know, people need shocked. They need to know that we all ain't good with this crap going on in the world. So that's what we do. We have to speak up, right or wrong. We have to speak up. And we have to speak our minds as Americans. But anyways, J-Dub, it was good talking to you. Thank you for chatting with me. And I'm going to start chatting on here more often, and I'm going to get back into posting some videos again, trying to keep my mind busy. So, but yeah, I'll talk to you soon, J-Dub.